Gemini's heart learns early that love is a language of mirrors. You move through the world as if holding two lanterns, one that lights the path you're walking and another that shines backward into the rooms of memory you keep locked and quiet. When a twin flame draws near, both lanterns flare at once. Your mind quickens, words tumble out with electric clarity, and some secret inner door swings open as if the house of your soul always knew this visitor's footsteps. Tarot doesn't guarantee a face or a name. It reveals a pattern, threads pulled through time, a map where archetypes speak the truth you already feel beneath your quicksilver thoughts. In the spread for Gemini's twin flame journey, the lovers rarely appears alone. People think it simply means romance, but for you it's a crossroads, a sacred choice between the comfortable echo and the risky truth. The card invites you to look at the two rivers of your nature, one flowing toward freedom and curiosity, the other carving patient canyons of devotion and depth. The perfect match is not someone who ends your questions, but someone who can ask better ones beside you. The magician often sits near the lovers in a reading for Gemini, reminding you that words are wands, focus is a spell, and intention turns air into form. You are the one who calls the meeting. You are also the witness to your own calling. Before any meeting, the High Priestess asks for quiet. She guards the threshold, where your mind stops and your intuition begins. For Gemini, this is an almost impossibly tender edge. You live in motion, in ideas, in the bright, clever braid of conversation. She invites you to listen for the whisper that comes before the sentence, to feel the chill on your skin when a soul you know from far away stands close in a grocery line, or turns their head at the same moment you do, as if following a music only the two of you can hear. In that hush, subscribe to the practice of your own unfolding. If you resonate with this journey and want more guidance from Astro Gemini, subscribe now so our next message reaches you exactly when your heart is ready. The Two of Cups follows like a soft bell. No fireworks, no parade, just a quiet recognition that your breath changed. Two figures meet, each bringing a cup that holds the nectar of life they have gathered alone. The exchange is balanced. In a twin flame story, this card is not about possession. It's about meeting as equals, offering what was hard-earned, your voice, your boundaries, your tenderness. When this card appears for you, the reading asks, can you bring both sides of your Gemini self to the table, your airy playfulness and your deep, studious devotion, without hiding one behind the other? But tarot is honest enough to include the ache. The moon glides in, all silver questions and shape-shifting shadows, and you remember that twin flames rarely arrive wrapped in certainty. Sometimes your match will mirror your brightest agility, and sometimes they will mirror your most elusive fears. You might hear your own avoidance speaking through their silence. You might watch your old patterns return, like a flock of birds circling a lighthouse at night, drawn to what could save them but unable to rest. When the moon turns the spread to blue, you learn to translate the language of doubt. Twin flame love does not mean easy. It means necessary. You will know you are advancing on the path when temperance teaches you to pour from one cup to another without spilling. Gemini learns spiritual patience in the simmer, not the boil. The perfect match for you is not the one who rushes your metamorphosis. It's the one who respects your seasons, an ally who knows that a mind like yours gathers the world in bright fragments and needs time to thread them into meaning. In readings where temperance touches the lovers, the message is clear: practice the art of both and. You can be devoted and free, soft and exacting, impulsive and visionary. Your twin will not try to make you choose a single self. They will help you weave them. The devil appears and many flinch, yet its lesson is sacred. It points to the bonds you accept without notice, the stories you tell about your worth, the chase for validation that feels like love because it is loud. For Gemini, the trap is often mental, a loop of, if I say it perfectly, they will choose me. If I understand them completely, I will be safe. The devil asks you to cut that rope. Your twin flame is not a puzzle to solve, but a presence to meet. When this card lands, ask yourself, Are you in love with a fantasy that keeps you moving in circles, or are you brave enough to loosen the pattern and see who stands before you when the projection dissolves? Then comes death, soft as a moth's wing. It is not an ending. It is a clearing. Old identities fall like the husks of a cicada, and your voice emerges rounder, steadier, truer. Death beside the magician says, "Shed the scripts that once protected you." Your perfect match is the one who is not afraid of your changes, who can sit with you in silence while new language forms. They are not threatened when you outgrow an old dream. They bring a lantern and help you search the forest for the new one, laughing with you under the trees when you realize the path was inside you the whole time. The star arrives after long nights. For Gemini, this card is a homecoming. The air clears. The message is gentle. You pour water on the land of your everyday and on the river of your spirit, nourishing both. The star says, you are allowed to be hopeful without proof. The twin flame bond is not an audition you must ace. It is an honest meeting of two travelers who recognize a country in each other's eyes. If you feel seen in this, like the way starlight makes even the empty streets look friendly, like the way a real conversation leaves your body calmer than it was before, go ahead and like this video so YouTube knows to return you to this sanctuary when you need it most. Support Astro Gemini. Become a channel member for exclusive videos and early access. Wheel of Fortune turns, and with it timing moves from theoretical to real. Missed trains arrive, doors open that were walls last year, and chance meetings carry the fragrance of destiny. The wheel is not random in a reading like yours. It is precise. It asks you to keep your curiosity alive in the waiting rooms of your life. At the airport gate, in a comment thread, while choosing oranges, while rereading an old book. The perfect match doesn't always explode into your world. Sometimes they click into it like a final gear settling, and you only hear the sound because you were listening. The spread for separation and return is exacting and kind. When the Eight of Cups appears, it's not a punishment. It's the image of someone leaving the known shores to look for the one cup that completes the circle. In twin flame journeys, this often shows the so-called runner and chaser dynamic, but for Gemini, the roles can swap quickly. You long for the vital conversation, the spark of recognition, but you also guard your solitude like a library. If you walk away in this card's season, you do it for wisdom. If they walk away, they do it to grow up. The cards don't shame either choice. They ask, can you trust the distance to deepen you both? The Hermit counsels that solitude is a sacrament. This is where you learn to tell the difference between intuition and anxiety, between a green light and an urgent habit. Under the Hermit's lamp, Gemini learns the discipline of breath, a way to slow the mind without dimming it. Here, journal pages become a second mouth for your heart. Here you sit on the floor by a window and whisper the names of your younger selves and listen as they answer. The perfect match is the one you can introduce to those inner rooms without fear. The one who kneels beside you to hear the stories and doesn't rush to fix them. Judgment sounds like a trumpet inside the ribs. For you, it is often a phone vibration at 2 a.m., a sudden clarity while you wash dishes, a line in a stranger's song that makes you put the car in park. It's a call to rise into the life that fits your actual soul. If a reading shows judgment near the sun, the reunion arc is bright. Truth is confessed, not as weapon, but as warmth. You see each other more cleanly than before. Misunderstandings are unknotted. Your Gemini mind relaxes. Your Gemini heart opens without bargaining. In such a spread, the cards suggest a conversation where both of you humbly include your mistakes and your hopes. You choose each other with full information, which is both terrifying and exquisite. The world concludes a cycle, but for twin flames, it also begins one. The wreath around the dancer is a doorway. When Gemini crosses it, you are not choosing stability over wonder. You are choosing stability as a form of wonder. The right match for you celebrates your paradoxes. They say yes to your curiosity, not as a performance, but as a practice. They understand that your flirtation with ideas is how you love the world. and they admire that your loyalty is a quiet fire that never shows off. If this vision feels like a future you can almost reach, breathe with it. Let it take a seat in the front row of your imagination. And if these words keep you company, like the friend who texts you back before you can second-guess yourself, give this video a like so it can find you again when the next chapter calls. In practical terms, the tarot offers constellations to watch for. The perfect match for Gemini speaks both sky and street. They can follow your tangents without getting lost and bring you back to center without scolding. They ask questions that make you blush with relief. Their timing respects your projects. They don't interrupt your reading. They join you at the table and ask what sentence captured you. When the Empress appears, love becomes tangible. Meals, playlists, a neat stack of sticky notes on your desk. When the Empress stands beside her, structure supports creativity. Plans are made. Trips are booked. Promises have calendars. Your twin flame speaks in both languages. Now, how to work with the cards as mirrors rather than commands. Begin with a simple 3-card pull when the seasons of your heart feel noisy. Card 1, what part of me is speaking most loudly? Card 2, what does my twin flame journey need today? Card 3, what action honors both my curiosity and my peace? If swords dominate, speak clearly and listen more slowly than usual. If cups flood, let feeling teach you, but appoint your boundaries as lifeguards. If wands flare, move your body to make room for the fire. If pentacles stack, build something that will outlast a mood, a shared budget, a weekly ritual, a corner of your home that glows like a promise. Rituals turn the abstract into belonging. For Gemini, try a weekly oracle walk. Leave your phone behind. Let the city or the shoreline scatter clues. The song from the open window, the overheard phrase, the book that falls off the thrift store shelf. Write them down when you return and lay 3 cards over your notes. Ask them what pattern repeats, what invitation returns with a gentler face. Your perfect match will not rescue you from your life. They will enrich it, add harmony to a melody that was already beautiful. The cards won't predict their favorite coffee or the year you'll move in together. They will make you ready to be loved in your actual language. When conflict comes, as it must, the tarot offers anchors. Strength does not roar here. She breathes the lion calm. For Gemini, this looks like staying curious when the conversation turns sharp. Replace "you always" with "help me understand." Replace scoring points with scoring clarity. The hanged man, dreaded by many, is your sacred pause. It asks you to invert your assumption long enough to notice a truth from another angle. In a twin flame bond, this is the holy skill. Not to fold yourself small, but to widen the frame so both souls fit without cutting off any light. If you have felt the ache of almost, the sting of near right, the repeating pattern of intensity followed by silence, know that the cards do not judge those chapters. They record them, then turn the page. The perfect match for Gemini will love your weather, sunny, breezy, occasional thunder, and cherish your climate. Fundamentally bright, basically hopeful, fiercely articulate about what matters. They will keep the lantern lit when your mind runs ahead and greet you with tea when you return, laughing at the same ridiculous video you sent them earlier, crying at the same line in a poem, standing with you at the window when the storm breaks, saying, "Look, the city is washing its face. We get to begin again. If you've traveled with me this far, your lanterns are already burning in rhythm." Subscribe to Astro Gemini to keep this space in your orbit and receive new readings that meet you at the exact moment you need them. If this guided journey felt like a breath you've been owed for a long time, like this video so it reaches someone else staring at the same late-night ceiling, wondering if the next chapter is truly real. Share your date of birth and zodiac sign in the comments and tell me what line found you. Sometimes the smallest sentence is the truest omen. And if you're ready for steadier steps on this path with more in-depth spreads and intimate guidance, support Astro Gemini. Become a channel member for exclusive videos and early access. May the lovers bless your yes, the star bathe your afterglow, and the world welcome you through a door built exactly to your measurements. Your twin flame is not a destination that saves you from yourself, but a companion who helps you inhabit your whole self with grace. Subscribe if this vision aligns with your spirit. Like if hope tastes sweet in your mouth again. Share your birth date and sign so our community can hold your story alongside ours. If you want to hear everything the universe has to say to you, watch these other videos on our channel.